Wind this puppy up. It's time to take it live. Go to the pre-stream. We are heading into the pre-stream. It's pre-stream, folks. There we are. We are live. I got a couple more things to do here, but it is definitely in the live zone. Got to bring up this other thingy. Little bitty thingy here. Gonna be a quiet show today, I imagine. We got a big shoe for you. Really big shoe. All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Testing. All right, that's working. Let's see what else we got. This working?
Squirrel!
Yep, that's working.
Squirrel!
There we go. Take care of the squirrel. That's how we fix squirrels. Raccoons. Other irritating critters. There you go. We'll just get them all out. Good morning. That's it. Chat to myself. Gonna be a show where I talk to myself. I can do that. I've got at least 2 or 3 personalities hiding inside my head here. We'll bring them all out to play. There we go. We got 6 minutes to show time, and I could have let this go a little further, listen to my other show a little bit longer instead of trying to sit here and fill the space with all the miscellaneous things. I probably should bring up the correct show notes since I'm looking at the wrong show notes here. There we go. There's the correct show notes. Got all kinds of entertaining stuff here for you. Going to be an interesting show. No, Amber's not here today, folks. For anyone who shows up. See, I'm really talking to myself because it comes up as myself talking to myself. I love talking to myself. Using my other brain. Get my other brain talking. All right. Or what used to be my other brain. My other brain has failed me. It's not there as much as it used to be. And even my current brain, my brain in my head isn't working all that great these days. Lots of things going on. Got too much stresses. We could just, call it a wash as we sit here and babble on about things. Oh, I know what I was doing. I can babble on about that anyway. I was researching I got to make myself some more apple cider vinegar. It seems my apple cider vinegar is getting low. I started to actually use it in different things. And yeah, my brain is slowly starting to function better. But I've got a mother in my apple cider vinegar. So I was trying to figure out how you use the mother when you've created an apple cider vinegar. Like I made apple cider vinegar last year, and I don't have enough apples this year. I'm going to have to actually buy some apples. I think there's a whole pile of them at the warehouse store. They had the big giant box drops from the thing. But problem is apples from orchards or stuff are sprayed. I'd like to have unsprayed apples, but they might work anyway. Actually, I got a few left over. I might have enough apples left over once my kid makes the apple pie from the harvest I got from my own tree. I got a pretty decent, well, not a decent harvest. I got a small basket load of apples from that. Anyway, back to it, researching how to use the apple cider vinegar. So, and the mother is something you add in there. It boosts your apple cider vinegar production faster. All right, there we go. I managed to cover off the 2 minutes I needed to kill before jumping into some good music, bad singing, and then showtime. So off we go.
Claim to know your story, don't even have my own. In the search for glory, gone with them sacred rules of old. They went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. preacher man discovered, passed down from saint to sage, like a kind-hearted lover who's been lost on this stage. Went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time.
Not saying they're right or wrong. I ain't no Texan dancer, we'll move it right along.
Went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. Junkie and the jigger just seen who done the crime. Captain pulled the trigger, guess who's doing time? They went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, is he yours or is he mine?
Most definitely mine. He's fucking confused.
Claim to know your story, don't even have my own. In search for glory, going with them sacred rules of old. Went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. Devil's at a crossroads, Joker's doing fine. Just sitting doing time.
Alrighty then, it is time for us to launch this show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for WordPress Plugins A to Z, not Z.
Halloween Spooktactular WordPress Plugins, crawling back from over the edge. It's episode 534, Halloween decorations for your site. And we have plugins for Halloween decorations for your site, including Pandas and Bugs, Halloween countdowns, and ClassicPress Options, all coming up on WordPress Plugins from A to Z. WordPress. It's the most popular content management and website solution on the internet. And with over 80,000 plugins to choose from, how do you separate the junk from the gems? Join us for a weekly, unrehearsed conversation about the latest and greatest in WordPress plugins. This is WordPress Plugins from A to Z. Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be hiding out there on the globe today. Coming to you direct from the brewery overlook in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. I'm John Overall. And unfortunately today, there is no Amber, as she is off busy moving, basically. Moving to a new house. So she can't be here today, and everything is going a little bit crazy. But we do have a couple of tidbits from her. Remember, this is an all-new season. WordPress Plugins A to Z is 11 years old. Actually, we're 12 years old, technically. We had our 12th birthday. We are now in our 12th year of doing this show. Sometimes I find it hard to believe I've been doing this for 12 years. Okay, remember, folks, this is a value for value show, and I do look forward to people providing some value back. Maybe I haven't been providing value for a length of time. That's why everyone's abandoned me. I'm working hard, folks, to bring it back and get it so you get nothing but value for this show. I do have a bit of a opener from Amber. She left this here in the show notes for me to read out. This is episode 41 of 52 episodes for 2021. And she's not here this week, though she wanted to leave a note for everyone just to say Happy Halloween. And hopefully the storm that started for her on Thursday evening isn't still going on Halloween evening, and that everyone can get out with the kidlets for trick-or-treats. And if the storm is still going on, that means she's moving in a storm. So wish her luck, everyone. Enjoy the pumpkins and the candles, and of course the parent-taxed candies. You can't forget that part. Kids go get the candy and parents come in, and it's like instant parent tax. Got to review that candy and remove all the important items like the larger chocolate bars and all the other good stuff that the parent deserves for all that effort of raising the kids. At any rate, with that, I think we should just get down to business and off we go. I don't even have to get off my soapbox today. Hey, we're good for that. Let's just do this.
Please, can everybody be quiet? Please be quiet. Shut up! Thank you. And now the WordPress news with John Overall.
Alrighty, I do have some WordPress news for you this week. Just a few items, tidbits here and there. And the first one here is talking about the state of HTML emails in WordPress for 2021. This is an interesting article here that goes through and it talks about getting HTML emails sent from your WordPress website. Now, in the core function of its WordPress itself, the HTML emails are not very good. It sends plain text and it sends piss poor emails that are HTML. And this goes through discussing all of that. It does make an attempt to send them via HTML, but it usually results in ugly looking emails. So what they do is they go on and they talk to you about plugins, different plugins for handling the emails, some templates, and they talk in particular about WP HTML mail in here. So it's probably a bit of a promotion for themselves, but it is something to look into. I know I'm using MailPoet for sending my emails and such out of it, but this is something you do want to look into. So when you're sending your emails from your WordPress website, you can get them cleaner and better looking than usual. I do like the meme in here. Move a picture a fraction of a centimeter in Word, and then literally everything in a document becomes like parkour. It just scatters. I do that sometimes when I'm trying to lay stuff out. It works. It does that kind of crazy stuff. All right. Now we're going to go over and cover the WordPress Vulnerability Report for October, and this is part 4. They've had quite a few parts in it this month here. They usually only do 1 or 2, but they've jumped up to 4 parts. And then throughout this report here, you'll want to check and maybe subscribe to this. If you're managing multiple sites, or even for your own site and you've got lots of different plugins in here, it will help you note if there's any security issues that are happening to plugins that you might be using that have not been dealt with. Like here's one here, Seo Redirection. This is a pretty popular plugin. They had a subscriber and SQL injection error. They've patched it, so make sure you're up to date. PayPal donation plugin. I've used that one in the past. My tickets, it's a good long list of all the plugins in here. And you just want to scroll down through it, looking for the ones that are red, like a content staging. I don't even know what this plugin is. So the plugin's gone, closed. So if you're using this plugin, turf it fast, get rid of it. Leaky paywall. That's a really good piece of irony. Leaky paywall has a leaky plugin. Yeah, turf that plugin. They chose poorly on that name. So you just want to see what's there, see if there's because any of the plugins you've got in your thing, you will have noted that they needed updated, so you could check what the updates are for and see if it was a critical patch that was needed. So they tend to go through a lot of different things in here. So go check this out. Go subscribe to this report so you get it on a regular basis. It's a good thing to have coming in. And it comes from iThemes, so they do a good job of putting that out. Okay, the next one I have for you is WP Chill. is taking over the Gutenberg Forms in an attempt to shake up the free forms market. Now, there are a lot of plugins for forms in WordPress. A lot of plugins. I've been using Gravity Forms since they first came on the scenes. I think I've been using Gravity Forms as long as I've been doing this show. And, it's a really great plugin. I bought a legacy license way back when. I keep paying for it month or year after year, and it keeps me at a very cheap cost for managing Gravity Forms. Now it's quite expensive, but for those that use it, it's worth the expense. And it's something you want to look into. I don't have to worry about the free forms. I usually immediately remove all the free forms and just jump to Gravity Forms. But the free forms are for all the people who can't afford Gravity Forms or some other system, or occasionally there's been times where I have used a free form plugin. We're talking about your contact form, basically. And that is, it's quite quick, simple, easy, because all you need is, people to fill out name, email, and address, and you don't need anything else to go with it. But these guys here, WP Chill, have bought the Gutenberg Forms, and they're going to refine it and make it better and try to increase its usage out there. So if you're looking for one, go check this one out. And the final one I've got for you today is an article. For those of you that don't know how to do this already, well, check into it. How to edit the footer in WordPress using every possible method. Now, this one here, every method possible is how their title goes. Now, this I thought might have some new information for me, something I didn't know about, but no, it's all here, all the old ways of doing it, along with multiple types of plugins. Editing the footer in your WordPress theme, a lot of it is theme dependent. Now, if you go with a base theme or a core theme, a 2021 or 20 theme or whatever theme, the WordPress default themes, that one there is now edited in the customizer. And you can also still, and I didn't find it, you can still go in and drop code into your functions PHP file to edit the footer. So there's lots of ways to do it. But this is a really good article for those that are just learning stuff or hadn't got around to learning this particular bit. So that's all I've got for the news today. It's a light news day because, I had to do the research and I was busy in other things when I went, oh yeah, I need news. So this is what we've got. No extra news today, and that's pretty much where we go with that. I think we'll just jump right into the acknowledgement section for all of those that support the show with their time, talent, and treasure.
It's time to donate to WP Plugins A-Z.
Now, this may be kind of a surprise to many people. Now, this stuff we do in the beginning of the show, it does eat up a fair chunk of time initially, but it's done so that we can acknowledge, we do the news, we do this acknowledgement section for those that support the show with time, talent, and treasure so that they can feel appreciated for the stuff that they do. We do appreciate those that support the show in multiple ways. We like to first start off by acknowledging our artists. And it's been really nice having artists. Lately, we've been depending on one artist for way too long. Come on, folks. Any of you out there that have even the slightest inkling of artistic talents, kick it up and help support the show. This week here, though, we want to acknowledge Greg's Graphics again. He's kicked us a nice, really great piece of art this week of the hands clawing back from the edge of falling over the cliff. I thought it was kind of apropos for where the show has been for the last year and a half, 2 years, and how it's crawling back up over the edge of the abyss and doing what it was supposed to do. Yeah, okay, it lost its way, but now it's found its way back. So anyway, it's just a great piece of artwork, and the ocean in the expanse, the hands crawling over. It's also very Halloweeny, as the zombie horde comes crawling up over the cliff head. This is the first zombie to attack. So thanks a lot, Greg. I really like it. I do like how you've played with the colors here, muting them out, kind of giving it a gray-blue look like a sea that you're looking at during a storm. So thanks a lot, Greg. Greatly appreciate it. And to all you artists out there, come on, kick us some art. They're very easy to donate to it. Just go to WP A-Z.com/submit artwork or something like that. One of these days, I'm going to get that link properly set up. And you can submit it. Just go to A-Z.com and just click on the submit artwork. And from that page there, you can find the link to submit your own artwork. And it gets stuck into the gallery. And then once in the gallery, you know, we've got a pretty decent chunk of art in the gallery right now. And it'd be nice to have even more art in the gallery. So please help us out there, folks. All right. Executive producers, this is where we give an executive producer credit, and it is a real credit. You can give it out wherever credits are recognized. And I can't take that phone call right now, but I really needed to. Oh well, we'll have to deal with that one later. Okay, and executive producers, and maybe we can get our executive producers here. It's a $50 donation or more gets you an executive producer credit to the show. But we do like to thank the few people who do come in with a couple of bucks here and there every week or every month that really support the show. We really greatly appreciate it. Anyone under $50 always stays anonymous. You want to be noted out to the world? Give us something substantial. And those small subscriptions, they really do help. You know, they don't give us any money in our pocket, but it is a recognition and acknowledgement that we are doing something that helps you. The other thing is those that support the show with their time. And the time can be anything. We need someone to help manage the art gallery here. We've got Charlie who helps us out with the contest. It's on hiatus right now. We're going to skip over that later, but the contests are on hiatus and they will be back. But at any rate, let's move it along and dump right into the meat and potatoes of the show, into the depths of plugin depravity. All right, off we go. What have I got this time around for plugins? Well, ClassicPress Options, I've been informed that we have some interesting ClassicPress news this week. It looks like ClassicPress has released a couple of versions, 1.3.1 with a bug fix, and they're preparing for a larger 1.4 release. So they're moving along quite nicely, it looks like. That's good. They've removed an expire Let's Encrypt certificate and void notices, download receipts. They got a whole bunch of things that looks like they're doing, but the fact that they're moving into a 1.4 release means that they're about to make a major jump. The biggest jump will be when ClassicPress hits 2.0. I think when ClassicPress hits 2.0, that's when they're going to be self-defining everything, and they're going to be separating themselves significantly from their WordPress roots. We got a ClassicPress usage report for September 2021. All right, so as of August, there were 5,000 active ClassicPress websites. Okay, and that's not too bad for their beginnings. And so they're just analyzing the sites, and this is something you might want to go check through. And in May of 2019, they had 1,500, so they haven't had that big of an increase. Oh, that is an increase. 1,500 since May, 5,000, so they are increasing. Not exponentially yet, but I imagine soon enough they will be. Because there will be some, they will have some stuff that will happen which will allow them to move forward exponentially. All right. Let's get into what you're all here for, and that is the WordPress plugins. All right, the WordPress plugins I've got for you this week. The first one I've got for you here is Haloween Woocommerce. Now, this one here is an interesting plugin. I was working with it, trying to get it to work. I didn't get it fully set up, which is why. But what it does for you is once you get it configured, you get a coupon configured, then you connect it all up, and then you determine for people to go hunt down different icons. And the icons you could choose were skulls and bats and other things, and the icons would get randomly placed through your website. And then once everyone found all the icons by clicking on the icons, then what would happen is a coupon would pop up on the web page for them to get a discount on what you're selling. Kind of an interesting way to get people to search their way through your site, maybe discover a few things that they wouldn't have found otherwise. I think it's a neat, interesting way to help gamify stuff on your website. And it's something, if I had a little more time, I would experiment with a little further. I'm hoping by this time next year that I've got more stuff in place and I will be able to use this and get it promoted out to my email list and other things to get people to come in and collect something. Maybe I could give them like a 50% discount or a $10 coupon or something, but give them a reason to actually go through the effort to search for it. So something you might want to look into if you're running a WooCommerce website. This could be an interesting plugin for you to check out. If not for this year, for next year. I can't remember all the different icons that were available in there. And if there's a way to go in and recode it, maybe you could recode some icons for Christmas time or for Easter or other, big holidays or time of year. Kind of a useful one. At any rate, it seemed to be useful enough, and I rate this at 4 dragons. Go check it out, the Haloween WooCommerce plugin. The next one I have for you here is Simple Halloween Decoration Page. This one here is kind of cute. It's really kind of fun. If you drop over to theroguestavern.com and wait a few moments, the screen starts flowing with bugs. It starts flowing with flies and spiders. Kind of a creepy all by itself, but it's a good Halloween creepy also. And it's just a fun plugin. It has no other point than to add a little bit of difference to your website and make it a little bit creepy. So anyway, I thought it was kind of cute, useful, and it works quite nicely. Go check it out. It's the simple Halloween decoration for your page, and I give it a 5 dragon rating. Right, and the final one I have for you today is the Halloween countdown widget. For those of you like me that really like Halloween, you want to make sure you're counting it down to the days. And I didn't get this installed on my site properly, but it is a very straightforward plugin. You just install it, activate it, drag the widget over to a sidebar or wherever you want that widget to appear on your site, and it gives the countdown till Halloween with a funky looking bat character. Little vampire bat countdown on your sidebar. You can also stick it in your header. If you don't have sidebars, like most themes, websites don't use sidebars per se now. But they often have spots in their headers or their footer that they can use this. Best place, I think, would be to stick it in the header. At any rate, another one that's just fun, cute, easy to use, straightforward, adds a little bit of Halloween stuff to your decoration. It seems like WordPress is missing that. I recall many more Halloween-y plugins being there, but there don't seem to be as many anymore. At any rate, go check this one out. Halloween countdown widget, and I give it 5 dragons. All right. Now, the final one we got one that Amber left behind since she's not here today. She's off moving and doing other things that she has to get done, but she did leave us a plugin that she reviewed, and so I'll read out what she did and the plugin. And it is for Haloween Panda. And she goes on, now she reviewed this plugin in episode 481, but honestly, she didn't feel like she truly did this plugin justice. So here she is again with a more thorough review that I get to read out. Yeehaw! All right. She goes, hands down, the best Halloween plugin she's come across thus far on WordPress. And honestly makes her a little sad that a week before Halloween, they have not updated it for this beautiful holiday for a year. First, you get 3 tabs of options. Sticky, non-sticky, display for top or bottom of pumpkins. Carrots, why carrots? Yeah, okay. Pumpkins, carrots. Ghosts, Halloween creatures, or haunted church house. Then you have Monster Fall, which is like Snowfall, except with pumpkins, ghosts, and bats. Totally awesome. Last, you get to choose between 16 different pop-ups that can show up on either left or right bottom corner, Her personal favorite is the witch, which can be bribed with chocolate. You can have one or all three of the options going at once on your site, or just none. Totally free, really awesome, still working like a dream. I really hope that Pixelette keeps this plugin going. All right, well, it does sound like it's kind of fun. Let's see, it's got instructions. No, they don't have a demo page, so I don't have a demo page to go see and see how it is. But they got some pictures here. Let's see what we've got in the screenshots. There we go. There's the screenshots of bats. Pumpkins piling up on the bottom. Big giant pumpkin inside. Pop-ups with Halloween quotes. Where's the pandas? Why do they call it Halloween Panda when there's no pandas? Oh, there's a panda in the corner. Okay. All right. At any rate, Amber rates this at 5 dragons. All right. There's all the plugins I've got for this show here and the ones that Amber brought in. All right. So we don't have a contest right now. As we've talked about, the contests are on hiatus probably till the new year. We're going to give it to the new year so we can accumulate some stuff, get it all organized, get our lives back in order. Many of our lives have been turned upside down and turmoiled, not just for the last two years, but also for the last 6 months. Several of our lives have been turned sideways, particularly in the last 3 months. So we're going to stay on hiatus for a little while. Plugins I covered on this episode was the Haloween Woocommerce, which I gave a 4 to, the simple Halloween decorations for your page, which I gave a 5, and the Halloween countdown widget, which I gave a 5, and then Amber covered up the Halloween Panda, which she gave a 5 to. Now, we don't have a Q&A segment this week, so we'll be just closing out the show a bit earlier than usual, and that's just the way it works. I may chat for a couple of minutes towards the end of after I close it out for everyone out here listening on the podcast. You got to remember, if you've listened this far into the show, folks, hey, you've gotten some value out of this show. Don't forget to kick some value back. You can do it with your time, talent, and treasure. Treasure is one of the big ones we need. That would really help encourage the show to get going and moving further forward and expanding. Reminders, I don't have any reminders or no promotions or anything else at the moment. No meetups. I've been offering out my interview shows. I may just pull that down for a while too. I basically got to pull back and reorganize a lot of things. The show will continue and keep going week after week, and it's going to get better and better. We've got some refinements coming your way on it. It is off, after all, year 12, and you do something for 12 years, and eventually you've got to change a few things. So, at any rate, I think that's where I'm going to call it a wrap for today, and call it a show. So, thanks everyone for showing up. Greatly appreciate it. I'm going to play out some Days of Thunder and call it a day. Oh, no, I need to also close it out. Let my girl take us out with the credits. Let's do that.
Reminders for the show. All show notes can be found at wppluginsa-z.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the newsletter for more useful information delivered directly to your inbox. WP Plugins A-Z is a show that offers honest and unbiased reviews of plugins created by developers because you support the show. Help keep the show honest and unbiased by going to wppluginsa-z.com/donate and set the donation level that fits your budget. Help us make the show better for you by subscribing and reviewing the show at Stitcher Radio, Google Play, and in the iTunes Store. You can also leave us a review on our Facebook page using wppluginsa-z.com/Facebook. You can also watch the show live on YouTube, check out the screencasts, and training videos, and remember to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications of all new videos. Follow the show on Twitter at WPPluginsA-Z. John can also be reached at his website, johnoverall.com, or email him directly, john@wppro.ca. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the show. This show is copyright by johnoverall.com. So until next time, have yourselves a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be out there on the globe today. Alrighty, that's all we got there. I am going to play the Days of Thunder because I really enjoy it, and that's just for the YouTube folks.
These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. A quarter after midnight, and I'm watching the wall. Sometimes I feel so uptight, I just can't sleep at all. Every day doing the same old thing, we're losing time. The weekend comes, we gotta have some fun and rewind. These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. We gotta feel the hunger, hanging over the edge just to taste the thrill. I feel the rope a tightening, choking off our air. We need to grab some lightning. Friday's almost here. Caught in a web, we need to cut this thread we're hanging by. Where is it said you have to be half dead to survive? These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. We gotta feel the hunger, hanging over the edge just to taste the thrill. These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. We gotta feel the hunger, hanging over the edge just to taste the thrill. These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. We gotta feel the hunger, hanging over the edge just to taste the thrill. These are the days of thunder.
Alrighty, that's all I got for you folks. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Adios, mofo.